Hello. For my case study project, I chose to research coastal planning in San Diego. It was an interesting topic for me because I have never been to the west coast of the United States or really off the east coast. San Diego is known to be a very diverse and vibrant city, so it was interesting to research. Moving on to my next slide, I have remote sensing photo. And just to give a little background on the city, California started on the shores of San Diego, and this is the birthplace of civilization in this area. It was first discovered by Spanish explorers, but in 1846, California became a part of the United States, and this is known as the new city of San Diego. Military presence in that area began in the later 1800s, and the industry continues to grow today. Moving on to the geography, before I move to the next slide, San Diego is in Southern California and is north of the international border with Mexico, and it is around 120 miles away from Los Angeles. We have learned this semester that the west coast of the United States is a collision coast, but to be more specific, San Diego is a continental collision coast because it is located between the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate. It is on a fault-slivered zone between these two plates. The coast is more rugged and consists of erosional landforms, and as you can see, it has this bend, which I will talk about more now. This is part of the Southern California Bight. A bight is a long and gradual bend within a coast, and it helps create a bay. The San Diego Bay is nearly landlocked, you can see in that last photo, and is known to be one of the world's finest natural deep-water harbors. The bay is an important location for trade and, as mentioned before, military and naval purposes. The Port of San Diego was established in 1962 by the California State Legislature to manage the San Diego Bay and the waterfront land surrounding it. The port is one of the largest ports out of the 11 in the California state, and it invests in a public improvement for not just the city of San Diego, but also Chula Vista, Coronado, Imperial Beach, and National City. The port manages multiple terminals for the ships, 22 public parks, and businesses around the bay, such as hotels or restaurants. The mission of the San Diego Port is to strive to provide an economic opportunity and benefits for the community while managing the maritime and tourism industry and protect the water and the land. California is super popular for its beaches, and so is San Diego. It is a popular tourist destination. There is a variety of beaches along the coast. There's family-friendly beaches, beaches you can bring your dogs to, and there's beaches with really nice views of sea cliffs, kayaking, fishing, a lot of recreational activity happens. There's 31 beaches, 17 miles of coastline, and some of the popular beaches that do have lifeguard stations are shown in this photo here. I will talk about one of these beaches more later in the presentation, La Jolla. Sorry if I mispronounce anything. So obviously there's reasons for coastal planning in this area. As I mentioned before, it's a popular place for beach and recreational activity. It's also a very popular place for fishing. There is recreational fishing, which is just typically with a fishing rod off of a private vessel or right off the shore, but there is commercial fishing in the area. So we know overfishing and poor management can destroy a coastal area, and there is fishing within kelp forest off the coast. I looked into it. There is research that has looked at the spatial patterns of fishing off of San Diego. They did find that there was a high percentage of fishing concentrated in two areas, and it did cause a decrease in diversity of kelp forests. Along with that, San Diego has struggled with port congestion with the abundance of boats in the area, whether they be private or commercial. And with the COVID-19 pandemic stopping shipments, once the world started up again and shipping continued, this caused an overwhelming amount of containers to come into ports of California like Los Angeles and San Diego. And of course, it's a military naval base, and there is wetlands that are very important to preserve because it has rich biodiversity, and the wetlands is a crucial environment for certain animals and plants to survive. So, what is coastal planning like in San Diego? Before I get into much detail, I just want to state that some of the things I will be saying James mentioned in his presentation for Los Angeles, and I might be repeating some of the things he said. Warning. After the enactment of the Coastal Zone Management Act in 1972, the California Coastal Commission was formed and was made permanent by the California Coastal Act of 1976. The commission partners up with the coastal cities and counties to regulate the use of land and water within the coastal area. The San Diego County Local Coastal Program was certified by the California Coastal Commission in 2021. I do have a direct quote from the County of San Diego Local Coastal Program and Land Use Plan. The Local Coastal Program is designed to preserve the unique environment of the county's coastal zone and to encourage the protection and restoration of its resources while encouraging public enjoyment of its recreational opportunities. The Local Coastal Program is made up of two main documents. One is known as the Land Use Plan. This includes background on policies and an introduction to policies. And the other document is an implementation plan for these policies, and it also includes text and maps. The California Coastal Act states that the local coastal plan must have these documents, the land use plan and the implementation plan. Along with in the documents, they have to have zoning ordinances and a zoning district map. The coastal zones in the city are subdivided based on the local coastal program and the California Coastal Commission. The coastal zone is mostly developed residential area in San Diego, and the local coastal plan helps drive development for the public and private activities and protects the environment while doing so. This map, I have two photos. It's split because I didn't think it kind of seemed small. I wanted to zoom it in a little more for you guys. This is off the California Coastal Commission website. So it is San Diego County coastal boundary, like defined. The blue line is the coastal zone boundary. Up here is Riverside County, and there's also Orange County more to the left. So San Diego County is pretty big, and I just made it closer up here so you can see the coastal zone boundary in relation to the San Diego Bay in that area. As I mentioned before, I was going to go in more depth about the La Jolla Beach. It is one of the most popular beaches in San Diego for its amazing views. The water looks really pretty. I want to swim in it. Anyways, the City of San Diego's Park and Recreation Department developed a marine coastal management plan for La Jolla. The management plan has been developed to ensure the sustainability of the ecosystem, and the plan states that the city recognizes that it shares the environment with marine animals, and it wants to cooperate with agencies including NOAA, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, so they can ensure the safety of all the living things in the area. So I found after my research that San Diego does make a lot of effort to manage the coastal zone along with California. I could see that while the city still wants people to come, obviously for economic reasons with tourism, they are concerned with preserving the coast, which is good to learn. Thank you. Questions now.